Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be going over the overall damage for the new sniper rifle, Izanagi'S burden. Butchered saying that, I don't care. Okay, so this is a new sniper rifle that just came out today, and I'm going to go over the stats with you. Horned Edge. Holding reload consumes the magazine and reloads a round with additional range and damage. Now, that's something we're definitely going to go in depth in with today. We got chambered compensator, accurized rounds, outlaw, which could be useful, and we'll go over that a little bit later too, and composite stock. Now, let's see anything with the lore. You can go over that here. I'm going to go over it really slowly. Alright, that's the lore. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be going over is we're doing damage onto Gray. So, this is what the weapon looks like, and to activate this perk, you gotta hold on your reload button. Like that. And you get a Horned Edge times 4. How many ammo is in that magazine, you're gonna get a times 4 damage. So whatever the base damage is, you're gonna get that times 4. And we'll see what the damage numbers are first. So, for a full stack of this, we can compare this to Whisper as well. Where's Mr. Greg over here? So without any buffs, we're just gonna do some damage. Let you get up here. Alright, for a single damage, we get 18,238. And that's going to put him almost at half. Alright. So, that's a pretty good damage boost. We're going to see the initial damage with only one shot to as precision damage. And we're going to see how viable that is. We get 3667, which is a pretty normal number for the archetype weapon we're going with today. I'm going to show you the archetype as well. It is... Actually, can't see the archetype. Well, it's 4 rounds in the chamber, so... Definitely not Whisper. It's a faster rate of fire, lower impact compared to Whisper. However, I'm going to say some pros and cons about this weapon. The pros, it's a special. It's going to take up special ammo. So unlike Whisper of the Worm, which takes power ammo, this is going to take green bricks, so they're very more common to find around the map, and they pose a really good use. What we're going to go over today is also, let's see the different stacks of damage and see the difference. So we're just going to do is waste that. Horned Edge times 4. It's always going to take from the reserves. That's also another thing. So if we go again, we would get 18 number. Let's waste that. So you know that base is there. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and but first, let's see the effects of this weapon under Lunafaction Rift. So, you're probably thinking, ooh, you can get some pretty easy snipes off. I'm going to put down a well. And I'm going to shoot. And it consumes that ammo. And you see, it's not going to be like that. It's going to lose a lot of ammo very quickly, and that's how it needs to be buffed. It needs the damage needs to buff a little bit to warrant this. If Bungie, for some reason, would love to remove the cap on this gun would be literally insane. You could one-shot Greg over there. What the heck is Greg doing? Alright, let's see if I get more ammo. See, with this weapon, you can do a lot of testing without actually going out and get a flag, because it's freaking special ammo. It's good. It's good. Alright, so we went over base damage was 36 something, 3600. We went over max damage with 4 stacks, which is going to be 18,000. I think it's going to be that video. So the next thing to go over, I know many of you are going to go over, is different buffs. So we'll go over here to Greg. I'm going to get a this. What the frick? Oh, that is weird. Okay, we're just going to wait it out. But, you see, with that empowerment buff, you cannot see through the scope. I just realized that. So, Bungie, if you're watching this, just know that the new sniper that just came out, if you have the empowerment buff for Middle Tree Solar Warlock, it's a bugged. So, where's Greg? He's looking for me. In the meantime, we can go over the damage for when you're in a well, and then we can just base off of simple math for the empowerment buff. It does, because those two stack. I really wish we could use tractor cannon. We might need a buddy in here next. But what we do is pop down our well, and we're gonna see the damage numbers. All right, stop shooting. Right, it is 24,641 for if you're in the well. I really wish it was an instant Greg respawn button, because now I gotta do all this all over again. In the meantime, we can fast travel out there. So this gun is pretty good. It's what I would recommend it is definitely for activities that don't require you to have Whisper of the Worm. So, what is it? Let's see. I'm just gonna go like in patrol. I'm gonna see if there's like a high value target I can instantly one shot. Like right over here. Nope. Let's see this happening. Shoot this guy down. Oh yeah, it definitely was one shot that they had. Oh shit. So that's pretty much the damage testing. And like I said, this is not a heavy weapon. So we could be using a rocket launcher, and we can swap to this weapon and do insane amounts of damage. We can pair this up with Hammerhead, we can pair this up with a sword if we want to, if we want Viability. Anything that's not exotic. Now, do I feel that this weapon deserves an exotic slot? It's really debatable. Destiny 2 right now is a weird position where the only good exotics to use in PvE are definitely power weapons that are really niche to PvE. So even for speedrunning, we got Warline 0. I'm not going to be using something else for speedrunning. For pretty much anything in the game, Whisper of the Worm, like that's your go-to weapon for your power slot. You're not going to use a legendary for your power. However, because it is not his burden, definitely switches up the meta around, so we can kind of sway into different directions. So before we end this video out, I'm going to go over one more boss, because I know crit multipliers are different for activity. I know in raids like Leviathan it's lower than in open world like sources like this. So perhaps we can try a boss. I know I released a video earlier on Kali, but I feel like that's not really warranted with other people in it. So I'm going to show you the overall DPS by solo Kali. Alright, so let's go to Orbit. Go to City. Set checkpoint. And we're going to go hop right in. I'm going to swap to Warline because I like being fast, boy. So yeah, I mean, it's a new weapon. There's always changes in metas, and it's I
For
feel like in the
generations,
future,
the
it's definitely
Dreaming
going to be
City
good
housed one of the
because
Awoken's most
you see
closely
those high
guarded
value targets
secrets.
around, and
She is known as Riven.
you
Riven
one-shot
of a
pretty
thousand
much with this weapon,
voices.
and it's
The last
like
known
the
Ahamkara.
supremacy. Let's.
She has been taken,
Here, we need to find another
and
sniper
her
we can
death
compare
is
this
your
to.
calling.
Collections. Weapons, we're gonna go to specials, sniper rifles, so let's do the same archetype. That's definitely not the same archetype. 444. The morning comes? Is that yeah, that's a 4. This could be very similar because that does have drop mag as well. So is this the same impact? Yeah, pretty much literally the same. Alright, so.
You are finally here, Brother Slayer.
What we're just gonna do is test out overall damage again.
All that
I
strength
might not take
is
down
still
the first
nothing
video,
but a
but like,
retainer to the awoken
it's always good to have
core.
options.
You could be so
Greg's a
much
fun
more.
boss, but I'm sorry, cheating
All
on
you
you, Greg.
need do is wish it. Come.
If you guys like this
I would
video,
quite like to meet you.
there's more coming up, don't worry. You can join our Discord. It's Callus's World Discord. I lead a clan full of 300, 400 people, and we're really active. So if you're on PC, you want to check us out, that's perfect. We're Sherpa pretty much clan, when we can. But if you're not really into Sherpaing or going through raids that much with newish people to the game, then definitely join. We have ED, which stands for Emperor's Dominus, and very simply, it's a hardcore clan. It's on almost. I mean, we're gonna try and get in levels of like Wrath and all the other hardcore clans. So yeah, just hit us up if you're interested. We have requirements on the site, the bio. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do a few tests.
Have you come to free the witches? They will resist. Darkness is their shape now.
We are going to equip Ignited Burden, and the first test we're gonna do is gonna be pretty much the same. Should we have Lunafaction? Yeah, let's put Lunafaction. All right, so we'll go more in depth with Lunafaction here to be able to see it. All right, so. We can see, I'm just using 2 snipers because I want to see the damage numbers. I'm not going to be shooting my second sniper, I just wanted to show you guys, like, your quicker time speed, it's exactly the same, but there's no quick draw. Alright, so, I have nothing else to use, I mean I can use a grenade, so, let's try it. I've done this plate. So we still have 4, so I mean, it still works. It takes out directly from our reserves. One of my favorite things to do is we're also gonna. I'm gonna try and use no buffs. Actually, I can't do that just because. What the heck? You can definitely see like limitations here. I'm gonna try and get more ammo. This is what I'm talking about, this double reload. I just want to show you the different number between those pack reasons later in the video. So we had about around 1,689,000 damage. We're also now going to compare that to Whisper. So if I were to use a Whisper in this case, be warned, my if it's shaky, I'm not going to get all those crits, but I'm going to base it off of just how decent Whisper is. So yeah. Just use that and then this. We know how good Whisper is, so let's give you a damage comparison. Based off of the values, because Whisper, keep in mind, Whisper is a lower base value for damage, so it's gonna take more damage to so we're gonna see the damage comparison. If it's a lot, then we know that obviously Whisper is gonna outclass the bird. But in any other instance, what's really gonna happen is you're gonna see that special ammo spawns more. So we'll see. We're gonna see the damage here, and it's obviously gonna be outclassed. We're gonna be like 200 something. Oh my god, that's, yeah. Whisper overall is gonna do more damage, but we're also now gonna do damage numbers with the same archetype weapon, and we're gonna see how it stands out. If it's actually worth just using a regular sniper, then this exotic's not really gonna be used in raids, and if the burden is somewhere to be used in raids, it's going to cancel out Whisper slot, which is very, very viable for anything. Just because of that aspect, of getting back all your heavy ammo. Izanagi'S burden doesn't need that because it's special ammo, but at the same time, it's not as reliable as getting all heavy ammo. Heavy ammo does the most damage, or heavy power weapons do the most damage. It's guaranteed for that. So let's swap this setup around, and we're gonna use, actually I'm gonna use this, and what was it? We're just gonna use it till morning comes. The morning comes. We're gonna see how good it is. I'm gonna turn off drop mag for ricochet round, and I don't care what scope has, but it's pretty much the same as the burden, and this is gonna be the burden without any consuming the ammo before. they actually sped it up for Lunafaction, for it just converts all the ammo to super shots, then I could see using it, because you're not going to spend... It's pretty much doubling your reload time, if not tripling it, for all in the same round. But at the same time, it may be faster than shooting 4 or 5 of these. So we're going to test it out. That's what we do here. Hope these numbers help people out. Even if Glad and Thor makes a video about this, I just want to put my 2 cents in what I feel personally. And I hope this helps some people before they make a video. So. Okay, so, like I'm saying, for the first part of this, since the burden is like a simple one-shot, consumed ammo one-shot, you have less room for error. That's another thing. If you shoot all that, you know you're getting pretty much 4 shots off of any legendary. So that's where the exotic aspect. Where are these spawns coming? The perk does. It obviously after 4 stacks, it's gonna do something at the end of that last stack. You need to test that and really can't without limiting your But what else can we test? We did all the damage numbers for Ignites Bird. I'm gonna give you my 2 cents about it. This weapon can be better. What the benefits of this weapon are that it leaves less room for error like Whisper. If you don't feel as comfortable with Whisper and you want to use, say, a machine gun for some odd reason in a raid, then I can recommend this because you're still upholding your amount of damage. Later in the day I'll go into a Last Rush raid and use the Burden and see how I pair up against people with Whisper. I know if they're not landing their shots properly every single time, I know I'm gonna not out DPS them, but for a special weapon, it's gonna be very good. And especially with Final DPS Scourge, if you just want to use this as a weird weapon, once you have all those buffs, if you have a continuous buff, if you're triple damaged, and you get a melee kill on, or melee hit on something, and you put up all this, I would love to see that damage stack. It's probably going to be the same amount as the Celestial Golden Gun, because all of these numbers are stackable. So if I get a Warlock melee onto an enemy, and then I also pop a well, and there's a melting point, and what else? What else can do more damage? I would actually say this is not Void. I forgot. So it's not really gonna matter whatever if it's Tractor Cannon or Melting Point. But Melting Point, Shattering Strike doesn't matter. You just need to have a Warlock, a well, and a Melting Point. And if you are triple stacked in Scourge, you can see this weapon's full potential. Now, I feel like it might have been better if Bungie were to allow you... Okay, so let's see, you have 4 in the magazine right now. You reload this, turn to 1. And then you would be having... It would be 2 separate ammo counters. It would be one mega shot, and you would double tap R to be able to get back to the regular bullet. So in sense, you'd be able to consume all of your ammo up until, say, let's put 7, just because we don't want to be overpowered. Hold up to 7 powerful shots, and then the rest can be used as such. And these powerful shots will be like Memento Mori for Ace of Spades, and it could be used there. Just giving out some suggestions. But overall, as a kinetic exotic and a primary slot too, it's pretty good for an exotic in the primary slot. I would actually recommend it if you like using any heavy, or if you're not really that fond of getting headshots consistently. This has been Skate. I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe if you want to see some more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.